Hey, welcome back to another episode. Sorry for the clickbait title there. Kind of sorry, not sorry. But in reality, today I want to talk about the 3 common pitfalls that I see applicants succumbing to, 3 mistakes that people make, 3 reasons why they do not get that acceptance letter. So let's jump right into it. So the first reason someone, not you, but someone might not get into CRNA school is they are starting too late. They are not starting early enough. Go back and listen to the podcast episode about your application timeline if you haven't already. You will quickly understand that there is a lot for you to do in the year leading up to you submitting your CRNA school application. There are so many nuances to programs that you might not be aware of. There is a lot of prep work involved that goes into crafting your resume and your personal essay, plus all of the resume builders that you need to do those are the things that we ask you to do, right? Lots of leadership activities, volunteering, you're retaking science classes, you're studying for the GRE. That's all going to take so much more time than you think. So the most challenging thing that I am seeing with people when they're applying to CRNA school is that they're coming to me a month or 2 before their application deadline. They're just starting on their resume. They're just starting on their personal essay. They're missing some key things on their application that they could really benefit from. So this is one of the big things that I push with my application accelerator students is that we start planning early. We should start thinking about our application timeline, a year plus in advance. Some of the most go-getter type of applicants that I see are graduating nursing school. They're still in nursing school. So, that is one of the things that we do is we help to give you the tools to save you time so you're not stuck spending weeks on your resume. You can get it done in the afternoon. You can check out our shop. We have resume templates there. But trust me, I know you don't have a lot of time. You're working 36 plus hours a week. You're exhausted. You're trying to recover. You are trying to do fun things on your day off. You don't have a lot of bandwidth to be studying for your GRE every free second that you have. Everything is going to take longer than you are anticipating. So the second mistake that I see people making is they're not taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture. People seem to be really hyper fixated on ICU type and if it's a level 1 or level 2 trauma center. And I'm not saying that's not important. And again, don't get me wrong, you absolutely need to be taking care of high acuity patients. Most of your patients should be ventilated on multiple vasoactive drips with invasive devices, CRRT, LVADs, other cardiac assist devices. But don't get too hung up on the difference between a high acuity MICU and a high acuity CVICU. If they're both high acuity, you are good to go. Stop agonizing over the fact that maybe you're not getting open heart or that maybe you don't have LVAD experience. It's not just all about that. So yes, if you are taking care of very sick patients who are on multiple drips, multiple invasive devices, fresh open hearts, it's going to make you look good. But if you are missing some key pieces on your application, that CVICU experience is not going to make up for that. So what are these big picture things that I'm talking about? Well, yes, it's that high acuity experience to start, but it's more than that. It's going to be your leadership experience. Do you have charge nurse experience? Do you pre-staff nurses? Are you involved in your unit committees or hospital-wide committees? Is it clear to me that you are an overachiever? It's not enough for you to just be a charge nurse. It's more than that. Are you focused on giving back to the community? Do you volunteer? Is it clear that there's a side of you that is passionate about serving others? So another thing. Are you involved in your professional organizations? This means being an AACN member or an ANA member. If you are an ER nurse, that means being part of the Emergency Nurses Association, stuff like that. It's really important for you to show that you are active in your professional organizations because being a CRNA means that you are involved in the AANA, the American Association of Nurse Anesthesiology. That's a big deal. We value applicants who are involved in their own professional organizations. All right, so that was the second mistake that people are making is they're not taking a step back and looking at that big picture. Are you a well-rounded applicant? Now, the third mistake that I see people making is they are underestimating the power, read importance, of your resume and personal essay. Now, I encourage all of my accelerator students to work on their resume really early. I'm talking 6 months in advance. And why is that? It's because this is going to be a way for you to sit down and look at your resume thematically and see what are you missing. Do you only have one leadership experience? Do you only have one certification? Get it all out on paper. doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to get it down out of your head. Also, you're going to need to have your resume done because you're going to want to send it to the programs that you are interested in along with your transcripts and asking what are some areas that you can improve on. Or if you attend an AANA event, you might want to have that ready to hand out to people. You might not give it to anybody, but if they ask for it, you're going to want to have it, right? So furthermore, if we work together or if you work with any other admissions specialist or coach, it's going to give them a really clear idea about what you need to do to be competitive. And if you have your resume done, or at least if you have a comprehensive list of what you're going to put on there, we're not going to be wasting a lot of time asking you questions like, what organizations are you a part of? What's your GPA? Tell me about your volunteer experience. So it's going to just make things a lot more efficient. And if you want to make the process really easy for yourself working on your resume, we have a 3-pack resume template bundle in our shop. And if you are one of our accelerator students, you already have free access to this, by the way. But overall, these are the 3 mistakes that people are making when they apply to CRNA school. Number 1, they're not starting early enough. Number 2, not looking at the big picture. And number 3, not understanding the power and importance of your resume and personal essay. So if you want to explore more about our signature program, Application Accelerator, we have modules now available in shop. And while we won't be opening the doors for the group community portion and live call portion until later in 2023, you can definitely take advantage of the modules and check out those tools we have. So anyway, that is all I have for you today. Go ahead and let me know if there's any topics that you want to learn about. And if you haven't already, go ahead and take our free quiz. How competitive of a CRNA school applicant are you? And you'll get a free resume template download, as well as some recommendations on some ways that you can become more competitive. And I'll link that below. All right, I'll see you next time.